Hello everyone, welcome back to the session of English. In this session, we are going to continue with our chapter Comprehension Ability. Now, this one is part number 54. So, we have already done 53 sessions on this chapter, that is Comprehension Ability, that means reading comprehensions. So, let us see that what we are going to discuss in this session. So, let's have a look over this, that we will discuss passage number 74 and passage number 75. It means that we are going to discuss two passages in the session, and also we will be discussing questions based on these two passages. Okay, so let's begin this session. First of all, we'll do passage number 74. Now, what we have to do, as we have done earlier as well, you know very well that we have to read the entire passage first. We'll try to analyze the meaning of that particular passage. We'll try to figure out the theme and the concept of that particular passage, and after that, we'll be discussing some questions based on those passages. Okay, so first of all, let us begin with passage number 74. Okay, so as you can see that this passage is quite a big passage. Not you can say it is not big or small, but it is a short passage though, but somewhere lengthy as compared to others. So let us first start reading the passage, try to analyze the meaning and the concept of this passage, and after that we will be discussing questions based on this passage. Okay, so here the passage number 74. The idea that the artificial intelligence that we call AI quotient should aim to supplant the long established IQ. Supplant means substitute basically. IQ as a gauge of mental capability, that means as a measuring unit of mental capability, aligns seamlessly with contemporary norms in a fluid society. The ongoing conflict surrounding intellectual prowess, it means power, a lot much power, whether in human or artificial intelligence, has entered a new phase, with Uncle Sam expressing disappointment over Japan's failure to fulfill its commitment to develop a fifth generation computer. It means there was a commitment by Japan that it is going to produce or develop a fifth generation computer, but Uncle Sam expressing disappointment. So it was a disappointment that was expressed by Uncle Sam because they were not able to create or to develop this fifth generation computer. However, the under 35 Japanese researchers known as the Asian Tiger Cubs. Now, who are Asian Tiger Cubs? They are actually under 35 Japanese researchers. May ultimately have the upper hand. Upper hand means the superior one. Despite Tokyo's lofty aspirations, lofty means they are very ambitious, or you can say their high aspirations, their large aspirations. A decade ago, decade means 10 years. 10 years make a decade. Okay. So aspirations a decade ago, it means 10 years ago, to develop 1000 processor computers capable of processing knowledge rather than just numbers. Task typically associated with Silicon Valley chips. Their endeavor remained nothing more than talk. Endeavor means this effort. So it was just on talks, and it was not fulfilled. However, the 180 young scientists involved in the 10-year project, that is decade project, have nonetheless outshone the Silicon Valley experts with their product. Okay, which excels in logical programming, thereby making them appear rather foolish in comparison. The jubilation means the celebration in the valley, may turn to a depression when the inexorable, it means inevitable or unavoidable, logic of this development pulls down Washington. Pulls down means make inferior Washington from its pedestal of supercomputer supremacy. So its reputation, so they brought it down. Okay, so this passage is somewhere about the artificial intelligence, the aspirations, the commitments, their fulfillment and their failure, and it is about AI or the artificial intelligence, which is the most ongoing, you can say it is in a fluid society. It is really demanding. Okay, so they have talked about in this passage about the aspirations, the ambitions, and their fulfillment, and whether they were fulfilled or not. So in this passage, if you see the gist of this passage, it is associated with the technology of Japan and other countries, where what they have committed and they have fulfilled or not. Okay, so it is just about that. So I hope you have an idea about the theme of this passage, the concept, what author wants to say over here. So it is somewhere an excerpt. So let us see what questions are there and whether we are going to mark them according to the passage or not. Okay, so let us see the questions. Now, here the question number 1 is that Asian tiger cubs are. Now, who are Asian tiger cubs? Now, as I told you, that whenever such type of word comes, such types of word come, that can make the keywords, we have to look for them before we have the questions. Okay, so as I told you about this Asian tiger cubs, and it is written over here, so we know well the location of this particular keyword. Now let us see that what is it. The under 35 Japanese researchers known as the Asian tiger cubs. So these are the Asian tiger cubs. Now let us see the options. Young Japanese researchers, the big brains at Silicon Valley, fifth generation computers, or mechanical minds. So obviously it is 35 Japanese researchers. The under 35, it means under the age of 35. So they must be young. Obviously, if someone is below 35, it must be young. So it should be young Japanese researchers. So A should be the correct answer according to the context given. Or you can say it is given in the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, or seventh line from below. Okay. So its answer is A, which is directly given in the passage. Now let us move to the next one. The next question is, Uncle Sam responds to their failure with. Now what Uncle Sam expressing disappointment over Japan's failure to fulfill its commitment to develop the fifth generation computer. Okay. So jubilation, sorrow jubilation, depression, or insincere sorrow. So what did he express? He expressed disappointment. Now, if we talk about jubilation, jubilation means excitement or the celebration. Obviously, he did not respond this failure with celebration. Sorrow, jubilation. No, it is not a word. It is just like the oxymoron. But here we are not talking about any sorrow celebration. Depression, no, he was not in depression at that time. It was insincere sorrow. There you can see insincere means as you can say that he just Uncle Sam, maybe he's some another person, and he showed the disappointment over Japan's failure. You can say that he was just taunting, or he was just expressing the grief, but it is ironical totally. So that was an insincere sorrow. It means although he was showing the disappointment, but he was not like that. He was not sympathized towards Japan. In fact, we can say that he only showed that. Okay, so it must be the D answer, that is insincere sorrow. Okay, so it was not actually the sorrow that he was showing according to the context. Now, what have the Cubs been unsuccessful in producing? Gray cells, a plastic society, the fifth generation computer, numbers processing computers. Now we can see that this Asian tiger cubs may ultimately have the upper hand. Despite Tokyo's lefty aspirations a decade ago to develop 1000 processor computers capable of processing knowledge rather than just numbers, a task typically associated with Silicon Valley chips, the endeavor remained nothing more than talk. So it must be C, that is the fifth generation computer. Of course, it was the fifth generation computer in which they were, you can say, unsuccessful. Now let us move to the next one. What they have succeeded in producing: a fifth generation computer, a knowledge processing computer, gray cells, or product which has yen for logical programming. Yen means the desire, okay, for logical programming. So of course, a product which has a desire for logical programming. So they were able to make that. Okay, so it is D, that is a product which has a yen for logical programming. As you can see, it is written over here. Tokyo's lofty as the Asian tiger cubs may ultimately have the upper hand. It means they were able to do so. Okay, and they succeed in producing. So they succeed in producing what decade ago to develop 1000 processor capable of producing knowledge, processing knowledge. So they are capable of processing knowledge rather than just numbers, a typically task associated with the Silicon Valley. Okay, the product which excels in logical programming. Now you can see over here that however 180 young scientists involved in the 10-year project have nonetheless outshone the Silicon Valley experts with their product, which excels in logical programming. Okay, so according to this, they have a product which has yen for logical programming. Okay, so according to this, D will be the correct answer. Now let us move to the next one. How might their success impact Washington's supremacy? It is likely to have the last laugh. It is likely to dislodge it. It is likely to produce jubilation in the valley. It is likely to make it look silly. So, how might their success impact Washington's supremacy? Now, if you can see this in the last line, the jubilation in the valley may turn to depression when the inexorable logic of this development pulls down Washington from its pedestal supercomputer supremacy. So, they just to make Washington pull down. So obviously it is likely to dislodge it. Okay. So here the answer will be B according to the last line of the passage. Okay. I hope you understood these questions very well. So here passage number 74 ends. This was a little big passage, but if you see the questions, they are directly given in the passage. So it is not at all difficult. We can easily answer these questions very well and with accuracy because we can see them directly written in the passage. Okay, so we can verify them as well. Now we are going to discuss passage number 75. So let's begin this passage number 75. First, we'll read the entire passage, and after that, we'll be doing questions based on these on this passage. So it is corduroy or corduroy. Corduroy is actually a kind of cloth or a fabric. Is quickly becoming the fabric of the year. It means it is getting very much famous. Although the ribbed cotton offers practical durability, texture, and warmth, its long-standing associations may hint at its resurgence as a versatile fabric for all the seasons. It means resurgence means rebirth. Okay. So it is a kind of fabric which is versatile for all the seasons. It means it can be worn in any season. It can be worn in summer as well as in winters. Corduroy's association with refined lineage, it means if you have seen this type of cloth, the texture, it is lining. Okay, some lines are there on this fabric, you can see. And rural lifestyle has established it as a fundamental element in the gentleman's wardrobe. So in any gentleman's wardrobe, it is actually the primary element that is necessary over there, or that you can see anytime. Alongside Wellington boots and a quality of woolen garment, it has actually the quality of woolen garment. It merges the cozy means comfort, a straightforward charm of cotton with the impeccably elegant. It means it is really elegant texture of velvet. Corduroy possesses the versatility to convey either a sense of refinement or rugged allure. Rugged means when it is shiny, or you can say it is of good quality. Okay, rugged allure. Now, let us see the questions based on this passage. Basically, this, if you see the gist of this passage, it is somewhere about the fabric that is corduroy. Corduroy is actually the you can say it is made of cotton, and you must have seen a cloth or a fabric that contains the lines, or you can say self lines in the you can say those lines are you can at least feel, you can actually feel those lines if you just you can say if you just use your hand or you just drag your hand on the cloth, you will feel those lines. Okay, that is a kind of corduroy fabric. According to the author, corduroy's unique trait is ability is its ability to, it needs no ironing. Both the rich and the not so rich can afford to buy it. It combines the virtues of both cotton and velvet. It contains the correct mixture of cotton and velvet. So what is actually the quality, unique trait or unique quality of this corduroys? So it is B, that both the rich and not so rich can afford it to buy it, because this is a kind of cloth which you will find in element in the gentleman's wardrobe. It means every type of people, they want to wear it. They have it in their wardrobe and everyone can buy it, though he's a rural or the urban He is the person who is rich and not so rich person. They both can buy this product, and also this fabric is you can select by all. So it is B, that both the rich and not so rich can afford to buy it. So it is actually the unique trait of uh, of is its ability to, okay, of corduroy. This is the unique feature. Now the next question is, corduroy is essential in gentleman's wardrobe because it can be the idea it can be an idea alternative to woolen clothes. Its current revival gives a taste of the latest fashion. It goes with Wellington boots. It has its association with good upbringing and a conservative lifestyle. Now, as you can see here, corduroy's association with refined lineage and rural lifestyle has established it as a fundamental element in the gentleman's wardrobe, alongside Wellington boots and a quality of woolen garments. So, according to this, D is the correct answer, that it has the associations with good upbringing and a conservative lifestyle. Conservative means traditional. Okay, so traditional here belongs to the rural areas. Okay, so it is actually the traditional lifestyle. It is lifestyle. Okay, so because of this, it is the element of every gentleman's wardrobe. Okay, now let us move to the next one. The next question is, corduroy is suitable for all the seasons because gentlemen can wear it on both formal and informal occasions. No, actually, formal and informal is not given here anywhere. Of its peculiar texture and warmth. Now, if you see over here that although ribbed cotton offers practical durability, texture, and warmth, its long-standing associations may hint at its resurgence as a versatile fabric for all the seasons. It means it can be worn in all the seasons. So it can be worn not only in winter but also in summer. It is made popular by catchy advertisements. Now, it is actually, according to the second line, it can be worn not only in winter but also in summer. That is why it is versatile fabric. So C is the correct answer. Now let us move to the next one. The next question is, when the winter refers to corduroy's utilitarian tenacity, he means that. Okay, when the writer refers to corduroys as utilitarian tenacity, he means, what does he mean by this phrase? Though expensive, it is economic in the long run. It has remained fashionable over several years. It does not need frequent washing. It is useful because it is durable. So, utilitarian tenacity means that it is durable, or it can be used for a long time. Okay, it is durable. So, it is not. It is not going to fade very soon. It is not going to be damaged very soon. So it is durable. It can be used for a long time. Also, it is durable. It can be used for various purposes, for in the formal wears, in the informal wears. So it can be used in every attire. So it is durable. Okay. So according to this, D is the correct answer. Now let us move to the next question. Which of the following options provides the most fitting description of the passage? It makes us understand the everlasting appeal of corduroys to the young. It talks about the virtues of corduroy. It tells us about the usefulness of corduroy. It persuades us to buy corduroy. Now, obviously, we know well that corduroy is the fabric, and it has become fabric of the year. So in each and every line, writer here telling us the quality, or he's appreciating this fabric, that is corduroy. Okay, so he's not promoting us, not instigating us to buy it. In fact, he's not showing us the usefulness, because obviously corduroy is a fabric that can be worn. Any gentleman, he can make his shirt or pants of the corduroy, or maybe any attire. But it is not like that he has shown the usefulness that you can make the other things as well. No, he's not showing us that aspect of this fabric. He is only appreciating or extolling the fabric corduroy. It means he is praising it. So, according to this, it talks about the virtues of corduroy. It means the description of this passage is actually the quality of corduroy, or telling about the quality of the corduroy. So according to that, here the correct answer will be B. That is, it talks about the virtues of corduroy. So of course, here according to this, B is the correct answer. Now, as you can see in both these passages, we had some questions based on the earlier passage based on artificial intelligence, and in this we saw the questions of the fabric, that is corduroy. So these were the two passages that we did in this session. I hope you understood both these passages. These passages were very, very simple and easy, and we can easily find out that yes, the first is you can see over here that the first passage was about as you can see, though the passage was long, yet we can easily analyze the meaning of this passage. This passage was very simple, though it looks complex, but though it looks complex, yet the meaning that can be derived from this passage is too easy to understand. It is very easy to understand. So if you see this entire passage, the question based on this passage, they were directly asked, and the answers to those questions are directly given in the passage. So according to that, you can easily analyze the answers. Okay, so I hope you got these two passages very well. So according to that, we have done all the questions now. I hope you have understood both the passages very well. So in this session, we are just ending these questions. So try to relate each and every passage, try to read each and every passage, try to find out the meaning of those particular words which are written in the passage. For example, if this is the passage, you must be knowing the meaning of all the words that are written over here. For example, if we talk about the word practical, durability, ribbed cotton, okay, and texture, warmth, long-standing, associations, versatile, resurgence, lineage, and fundamental. Fundamental means basic. Gentleman's wardrobe alongside Wellington boots. So these are actually impeccably elegant, straightforward, charm, refinement, rugged, allure, versatility. So you must know these meanings very well, because these are the parts of vocabulary, and you are asked about the vocabulary in your examination too. So you must be knowing the meaning of each and every word that is in the passage. So this is your homework too, that you have to analyze the meaning of each and every word which is given in the passage. I hope you understood these passages very well. So thanks to you. Stay tuned with us.